Hey guys, so I'm going to do a miniature chameleon pour or chameleon swipe, and Bill chose the colors for this one. So the colors he chose are phthalo blue, pale green, and crimson red. So we're going to mix the colors and then do the pours on these little wooden discs that I picked up. But I haven't showed you how I mix my Arteza paints yet, so I am going to do that mixing video because I had a few people ask. So, got Floetrol and paint. So these are the tubes for those of you who haven't seen the Arteza tubes. And you just squeeze it out, and I'm going to show you in just a second how much I squeezed out because it's very little. So for the Arteza paints, because they are a little thicker, what I've been doing is 1 part paint, 1.5 parts Floetrol, which is a little more Floetrol than normal. But that's what I found that works best with these paints. This is the phthalo or the pale green. I haven't used this one yet, so this will be interesting. Oh, it's actually really pretty. And then crimson red, which I haven't used this one yet either. I've been using scarlet red, so it'll be fun. Ooh, that one just made a noise. Okay, probably some air stuck in it. So those are the colors Bill chose out of all of my Arteza colors, which he had 15 colors to choose from. And I pretty much turned him loose. I said, pick 3 colors. So, okay. So let me put a lid on my Floetrol real quick and move it out of the way. Get some stir sticks. Mix our paints. These colors are really vivid, you guys. They look like they're going to get light when you first start mixing them, but then they go back right to their true color. And I've done a few pieces with the Arteza paint so far, and I really like them. I like the way they dry. I haven't varnished anything Arteza yet because these are newer paints. I just got them. So I'm excited to see what the varnish looks like. But so far I'm loving the Arteza paints. They're very rich color, creamy, easy to mix. I like those tubes that they come in. The larger ones, if you buy the 4.6 fluid ounce ones, they come in those tubes. Instead of those little bitty tubes you have to roll up and whatnot. I think this crimson red that he chose is much darker than the scarlet red. It's not quite a burgundy, but it's close to a burgundy. Like it's closer than the regular red. Okay. So those are the 3 colors that he chose. And we're going to do the chameleon swipe, which means we're going to pour them on, swipe, and then you take a comb and you dip it in something with silicone in it. I have this bubble thing. You dip it in the silicone, you tap it, and then you dip it on the paint, and it makes the impressions. So I guess we're going to swipe with green because it's the lighter of the two colors, the three colors. So I'm just going to kind of drizzle some blue on both pieces. These wooden discs, I pulled them straight out of the package. I haven't varnished them. I haven't put a first coat on them or anything. I probably should have. We'll see if that becomes an issue. Hopefully it won't. I put a little more red on this one. I'm going to put a little more blue on this one. Oop, didn't mean to put that much, but it'll swipe off. I'm going to set the red and blue to the side. And I just want to kind of tilt both of these just to where the blue does, red and blue does go over the edges. Do the same thing with this one. This one has a goop in it. I'm just going to move that up. There we go. I'm going to put the green down to swipe with. I'm not putting any silicone in any of these colors because I'm going to be using the silicone with the comb. Okay. And then we're just going to swipe. Put a dab of green right here. To swipe this corner and a dot to swipe that corner. I think there's a little much paint on here, so I'm just going to go back. I want to go over it this way though, because I want the green to be the swipe color. There we go. Same thing on this one, but I'm going to actually bring the green all the way around a little so that I know that I get enough green on there. Okay, clean that off. I'm going to torch these. It's amazing how many cells you get with no silicone. Now I'm going to add the coconut milk anti-breakage silicone to this little thing here. My bubble thing. And then I'm dipping, but since it's round I have to dip the comb like this. And you get silicone on it, and then you just tap it off so there's not too much. Oop. Okay, so I'm going to have to make sure I hold this. And then you just tap. And then you move it, get some more silicone on it. Okay. Do the same thing to this one. Okay, and then I'm just going to let them grow. I probably shouldn't have swiped twice because that made cells underneath it already, but you can still kind of see the reaction you get with the silicone. I'm going to torch it again just to help that silicone maneuver its way through. And then while that's doing, I'm going to just pick some up, and there's a few spots. Most of the edges got covered. These things are so temperamental, they want to move. Just dab a few spots that didn't get covered. Maybe I should hold it while I do that. thing. You get to see that it's real life, and I'm just going to hold it while I dab the edges now. Okay. Same to this side, I'm going to dab the edges, but I'm actually going to hold it while I do it so I don't drop it. Just to make sure there's full coverage on all of the edges. Okay, looks good. So yeah, that's what they look like. I'm going to try to bring this one up for a close-up. You can see those little dots in it. These are a little more faint because they're the colors. Let me get under the camera. Doo, doo, doo. But yeah. So that is it. That is the chameleon. So I guess the main thing is comb. And if you want bigger dots, then just get a comb with bigger bristles. So I hope you guys like that.